320 horsepower Honda Civic Type R. And I've owned this car now for 5 years. And here's what I really think about it. So let's talk about why I bought this car and not like a Golf R or something else in the same kind of category. And the first thing is the uniqueness. I love something that's unique. And for this car, I believe there's only about 100 in Sweden where I live. And that makes it super unique. So you don't see them very often, and that's very fun. I like that. And then this, you don't get that noise from every car. And then I also like the practicality of the car, because it has 4 doors. Not everybody knows that, but it actually do have 4 doors. And we have a trunk that is massive. I mean, we can fit so much back there. And yeah, it just makes it a very usable sports car, and that is awesome. And then the styling, I think the styling is so cool. The huge wing, although it's not super big in compared to today's standards with the GT3 RS and all of those cars, but it's still big. You can still eat McDonald's from the wing, so that is super cool. And then, of course, we have the manual gearbox, which is just fantastic in this car. I've driven quite a few cars now, and I believe it's one of the best, if not the best, manual gearbox that you could possibly have in a car. And the seats, the bucket seats that I'm currently sitting in, super comfortable. I mean, I first thought it would be too hard for kind of long journeys, etc. But no, I actually prefer to sit in these seats than in our Volvo, for example. I don't have any pain or anything like that when going out from the car after a drive, and that is very, very good. And yeah, I mean, that's a few things on why I chose the car. And then, of course, the car was already modified when I bought it, so it had all of these engine air intake, the Miltech catback full system that you can probably hear all the time. It's very, very noisy. And the gyro discs, so the larger discs at front, with the Brembos, and all of those kind of small things that made me want it even more. The standard car with 310 horsepower is probably impressive already, but then getting this just like the cherry on top, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. If you have the chance to go and drive something like this, do it. You won't regret it a single second. And if you live nearby in Sweden, I know that my biggest kind of audience is in the US, but if you are in Sweden and you haven't tried something like this, give me a message and we'll sort that out, because it is so fun. So fun. So now we've been out driving the car. I've told you about some key features to why I bought it, and now let's talk about a few things that is not so good about the car, because no car is perfect, so we just gotta dive right into it. The first thing that I don't really like about this car is that it's very, very plasticky on the inside. And I don't know if that was for saving weight or if it was to kind of reduce the price, but it's very kind of plasticky everywhere. And I don't really like that. A sports car, I mean, they could have afforded carbon fiber, couldn't they? And the second thing that I don't like is the exhaust. And it's not that it sounds awful or something like that. It sounds amazing, and that's the problem, that when I drive on the highway, for example, for about an hour, it makes so much noise that it's starting to be too much, if there ever is something called too much. I think it's a bit too much, especially now with my 7-month-old son. We can't drive this car because, yeah, it's just too loud. And the third thing, which is really, really odd, this car does not have any heated seats. Not that I really care, because I don't drive it on the winter, but come on guys, you could have at least given me heated seats. But with everything said, if I sold this car, would I ever buy it again? Because if the answer to that question is yes, then I would consider you having the right car. And in my scenario, I would never sell this car unless I really had to, which I hope would never happen. But if I sold this, would I buy back the same type of car? Yes, because this is something you only get to experience when having a car like this.